We're going to bring in former Director of Special Operations for the DEA, Derek Maltz. He joins me. Good evening, sir. And I hate to cut off the president, but I wanted to talk to you about cartels because we're looking at the southern border. What does lifting Title 42, does it mean anything to the cartels?
Well, it's a huge victory for the Mexican cartels, the Chinese criminal networks, and the corrupt and soft on crime leaders in Mexico. And it's an absolute train wreck for America. This is a recipe for disaster.
What can we do about the cartels? Because we're not going to invade Mexico. We're not going to send, our special operations teams in there. And we've got, what are we going to do about them? Anything?
Well, Greta, I've been saying a long time, you got to declare them terrorists. But now I would fully support going to Mexico, getting a partnership with them, offer up military, different capabilities, technical capabilities, not so much boots on the ground, but we need to decimate the chemical labs because they're killing historic amounts of kids in our country and destroying our future generation. And we need to be aggressive. We can't let them dictate. Yes, they're really important partners. I get it. But our kids are the most important thing for our future.
Well, if you go back a little further, though, the precursor drugs that they're getting for fentanyl is coming from China. And China's doing it with abandon. They send it to Mexico. It gets repackaged by the cartels. It comes across our borders. It's not like, getting a bale of marijuana was hard to sneak across the border. Fentanyl is easy, and you take one fentanyl and it could be curtains.
Right. I mean, Greta, plus, nobody's even talking about the role of the Chinese with the money laundering. They're picking up all the millions of dollars in America. They're buying property, land, farmland near our military installations, and they're doing that with drug money that's being dropped off by the cartels. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's a really big national security issue. I'm not embellishing this. I follow this every day. I talk to the agents on the ground that are investigating these cases. It's absolutely out of control.
And of course, a lot of the police in Mexico they don't have the firepower that the cartel does, and you get paid more to be in the cartel than you do in the police force.
Exactly. I mean, look, 279% increase in fentanyl deaths in the last 5 years, according to the CDC. I mean, just look at what our Homeland Secretary said recently at a Senate conference, that basically the record amount of Americans dying from fentanyl is now the single greatest challenge we face as a country. But yet they leave the border wide open and give the cartels billions from the migrant smuggling.
Derek Maltz, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.